Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here with the new Memento support. We already covered one of these just briefly before, I guess not briefly, but we covered it in a different video because it released ahead of time in a little advertisement that Yu-Gi-Oh organization and others were able to just grab the text of and translate. But there's a little uncertainty in one particular part of the text we want to check up on, and there's a new card we want to take a look at, which appears to be based on Mystical Sheep, which is neat. Got a big emerald growing out of his back. That's crazy. And we got to look at a higher resolution version of this picture, which is good for the thumbnail. We have Memento Clan Mystical Sheep. Has the same stats as the original, I believe. You can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name once per turn. If a monster in possession was destroyed by a card effect this turn, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's wonderful. This is another extender for the deck. The other extender is Tatsuno Toshigo, which can just special summon itself if you control a Memento Clan or no other cards. There's like no cards, which is nice. It's just like a special summon, you know. But the entire deck relies on destroying cards on field, and so it's really nice to have another body that can do that. What's the second effect here? If this card is normal special summon, you can fusion summon a Memento fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. That's really nice. I was saying when we were talking about the new fusion monster, Memento Mixlan Tetutlika, that it was a shame that we have these like two good fusion monsters we want to make in the deck, both this and Memento Clan Twin Dragon. But we don't have two fusion effects to do so. Well, now we do. Like we have another fusion effect now, which is really nice. Like this, I think this makes the deck work. Like makes the new support really work. Obviously it was good before, but like this makes the whole thing. Like I think this makes like a deck, right? If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send one Memento card from your deck to the graveyard, except for Memento Clan Mystical Sheep. Awesome. This card is incredible. This card is incredible. This is like one of the few cards in the deck that has a graveyard effect. I think the other ones are. I think Memento Clan has one. Or they're all Memento Clan. Memento Clan Twin Dragon has one, I believe. Yeah, if this card is destroyed, you special summon a level 6 or lower. Yeah. I got it up on Edo Pro over here. Gaddock has one. When it's sent to the grave, you can special summon it, and that's it. Like that's it. Other than of course the new fusion, which we're gonna take a look at just to make sure. 3. If this card is fusion summoned, you can send 3 Memento cards from your deck or grave extra deck to the grave, not 5. 3. Okay. That's a little that's less crazy. I think it's still really good, especially because you can send. Well, no, you can't send this guy because he needs to be destroyed to activate his effect. But you could send Gaddock. Oh, and you could send Gaddock and this little sheep guy. Gaddock can add this little sheep guy to hand, and then you can destroy something to fusion summon. Yeah, that's crazy. And then of course, Twin Dragon can destroy a Memento monster to add 2 Memento monsters to hand. There's a lot going for this deck, even with I would want to call it a nerf, but it's not really a nerf. It's just that they corrected the how many are being sent off the effect. But yeah, I think this is still really nice for the deck, right? This is still like a pretty strong thing going into it. It gives the deck more to do for sure. And even if you like even just like if you want to end on this card, like I don't think you need to necessarily, like obviously if you get it in the graveyard you can banish it to add the field spell, but I don't think the field spell is strictly necessary. And it is searchable by other means as well. Because it is a Memento card. You can search that off of not Fairy Witch. It's the other one. Mace, right? Yeah, Mace does it. Um, so, but of course, you have more stuff to search now than the last time I take a look at this deck because you have to search Memento Fusion, Memento Clan Fusion. Um, like the field spell is nice. The field spell is nice. I'm trying to figure out if it's like worth sending this to grave or just to to banish it so you could get the field spell, or if I'd rather just have it on field as another interruption in addition to my 5 negates, right? That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. So, Memento card battle. If Memento monster battles, you're putting I expect fill or trap effects until the end of the damage step. Monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect. You target one of these monsters, but summon a Memento monster with a lower level from your hand or graveyard. I mean, that's pretty good for your like turn 1 setup. You can only use this effect of Memento Clan once per turn. Memento Mictlan. Once per turn during the end phase, you can target a Memento spell trap in your graveyard, set it. Ooh, that's really nice too. Especially for the fusion and for like getting the continuous trap back if you need that. It'd be kind of funny if this fusion also made itself the name of the boss monster, so you could use this for additional negates. But I understand why they didn't do that. um, All right. Well, oh man, these are. I think these new cards are really nice. Like I think obviously they're really nice. I just like, is it enough? Is the question, right? Is it enough? Uh I feel like it's getting there. But the thing I'm worried about is that if you're going to be using this new fusion monster to get the field spell, you're not ending with the pop on field. And so as far as I can tell, you're still just ending on 5 negates. Unless the new cards can let you extend into some extra deck plays, I guess. It's like further than you were able to before. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to say because there's just not another. They haven't added a boss monster yet, right? or rather, they haven't added another boss monster, right? They've added a theoretical another boss monster, but you want to use its effect in the graveyard to get your field spell. So you're not actually going to use this pop effect unless you bring it back from the banish zone, from the banishment. Sorry, Konami, I called it the wrong thing. Can you forgive me, Konami? So that's the thing I'm struggling with, right? That's what I'm struggling with, is that it doesn't have another in archetype game plan, other than the what it had before. It could now do that more consistently, but it already was able to do it pretty consistently, right? So now it's a matter of what can you do beyond that, right? So that's what I'm wondering about. Like what are you able to do to go from here? I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure none of this stuff locks you at any point. So our extra deck plays are like, whatever you can manage to do. We're looking at a lot of lights and darks, a couple of earths as well. As far as like attributes and stuff, so like nothing's really like coming out at me other than your like generic link pile. But the thing about the generic link pile is that like you're going into what, Apollosa for 4 more negates. Like, I mean, the fact of the matter is, you're probably just going to go into IP Masquerade, make Little Knight, and Little Knight plus 5 negates is pretty strong. I just don't know if it's like enough. And then, of course, the question of like, what do you do going second? Can the new cards play through stuff to go second? And I think at this point, I think there's a very strong argument that I think it might be able to, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the deck now, and I think they have the potential to play through when they're going second. And I think that's a new strength that the deck has. I don't think it was really able to do that very well going previously. And like going second, being able to play through and then get to that 5,000 attack guy, I think that's, and then like he's got 5 negates on him basically. That's like pretty good. So maybe just the fact that it's able to play going second now, potentially. I don't actually know. I would have to actually like lab out some combos, but to see like this, just to see how many interaction points there are. And how many interaction points could be negated before you have lost. But definitely, I'm very interested to see what people do with these. That's the thing, is like I don't know them well enough, I don't think, to like really have a definitive statement on it at this point. But I like the look of these cards, and they're making me interested, right? And I think that's a point in their favor for sure. Is that I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I should try again. It's like the first wave of the thing, I was like, oh, these cards are so cool. And then I tried playing with them, and I was like, oh, these cards are so bad. And then the second wave was like pretty decent, and I was like, I don't think that really solves my fundamental problem with the deck. And these new ones, I don't know that they do either, is the problem, but it's a lot better. It's a lot better. So, yeah, I think, I hate to leave it on such a wishy-washy note, but I think wishy-washy is about all I can bring myself to feel about these cards at this point. I don't really want to come down on any side on these ones. But I'm sure people will get mad at me in the comments either way. Speaking of, let me know what you think about these in the comments below. And then I'll see ya in the next one. Bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You could also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to start supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now!